Welcome, my name is Tim, and in this short video, I'm going to guide you through the proper procedure for diagnosing a faulty thermostat on the commercial air conditioner. Now, to begin with, we need to ensure the thermostat is actually calling for cooling. So we're going to click on the system selector switch, which will turn the thermostat to the cool position. This will also turn down the temperature setting below the room temperature. Next, we're going to need to refer to the procedure guide after each step. Now, our next step is to take a brief inventory of which electrical loads are running. So we're going to start at the indoor fan motor here, or indoor blower motor. And as evidenced by the stationary blue arrows, the indoor fan is not operating. So we're going to click no on the procedure guide, and then we're going to proceed to the outdoor unit. And if we look here, we can see our compressor is not operating. Now, for further verification, you can always attach a clamp-on ammeter to one of the wires leading to the compressor to see if it's drawing current, and that'll verify whether it's running or not. But for now, we're going to assume it's not running. Our condenser fan is also not running here, as we can see in the top. So we're going to click no here. Now, we're going to remove the cover from the indoor air handler. Before we make any checks, I want to pull out the wiring diagram and we're going to narrow our focus a little bit. So if we click on this bottom left indoor fan unit, the wiring diagram opens here. Now, what's common to all three of those motors? Well, other than the main power, nothing directly. Although, if you look here in the low voltage circuit, our indoor fan relay coil, as well as our contactor coil, which when energized will start the compressor and condenser fan, well, both of those are fed by the thermostat as well as the transformer here. So basically, we've got either the faulty thermostat, a faulty transformer, or possibly we don't have line voltage coming in. Now, again, the transformer in the indoor unit is providing the 24 volts for the contactor coil in the outdoor unit, in addition to the indoor fan relay coil. So let's store the wiring diagram away now that we've got it narrowed down to three possibilities. And we're going to click OK on the procedure guide. And we're going to take some voltage measurements here. We're going to begin at the transformer primary, and this will verify whether or not we have 240 volts line voltage coming to the indoor unit. So when we drop the meter leads on the glowing orange hotspots, we can see that we do in fact have 240 volts. So this verifies that we have power coming in. Our next step is to check the secondary of the transformer. So after clicking yes on the procedure guide that we've measured 240, we're now going to move our meter leads to the secondary of the transformer and measure for 24 volts. And when we do that, we can see that we do in fact have 24 volts, so our transformer checks out. So we're going to click yes on the procedure guide, and this kind of leads us to the thermostat at this point. Now what you can do is remove the cover and just inspect and make sure that there's not any loose connections at the thermostat. And it appears that all the connections are secure, that our red, green, and yellow wires are actually bonded to those terminals. So there's no loose wires. Now at this point, you should replace the thermostat. However, what I always do is I'll place a jumper from the R terminal to Y and G and see if the unit starts. And again, this would bypass the thermostat and just give you further verification that the thermostat is bad. So again, we've eliminated the main power and the transformer. We're left with the thermostat. Again, by jumping it, this will just ensure that you don't have a potential broken wire running from the indoor to outdoor unit or from the thermostat to the indoor unit. So next, we're going to click on the thermostat and replace it. And this fixes our problem. Now, click OK on the procedure guide. And the next thing you should always do is verify one full cycle of operation to make sure everything's running properly. Check the filter, replace it if it's dirty. This gives a little added value for the customer. Also do a brief inspection of the outdoor coil and make sure it's not dirty. But if we look up in the space here, we can see we do have cool air coming from this ceiling diffuser. So this confirms that we fixed the problem. If you want to review any of the steps we just took, click on this top left icon, and you can review each of the steps in the procedure. Good luck on your service calls, and I'll see you back here soon. Thanks for watching. Do you want to try 3D simulations and VR HVAC training yourself? Then visit interplaylearning.com to start a free trial today.